Let's look at Chapter 5, Lesson 5 Practice, Estimating Area in Standard Units. We need to estimate the area of each figure in the square centimeters, so keep that in mind. And also we're using this square in order to have 1 square centimeter. So remember, when you're estimating, you're not going to be able to find an exact answer. So you need to see how many full squares you have, and then if you need to go up or down depending on how much extra space you have. So for number 1, this one right here, let's go ahead and look at how many squares we have in the first shape, letter A. And I know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you look here, I also have some area that are outside of those 7. So I need to estimate. And my best guess that this would be 8, or maybe 8, 9, or 10. One of those numbers will work. For letter B, I'm going to count them again, the full squares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I have these half squares right here that I need to count. So I know that I have 5 full squares. So I know the number is going to be more than 5. And then this is a half there, and this is a half, so that would be 6. Plus this half and this half would be 7, so I'm up to 7 right now. And then I still have a little bit outside the circle. So I might even put 8 or 9 as my final answer, 8 square centimeters. Again, count the squares first. So I have 1, 2, 3, and I have a half and a half is 4, and another half would be 4 and a half, but then I have some here and here. So a good answer would be 5 or 6 square centimeters. Use the strategy that we just talked about for A, B, and C in order to figure out D and E. Remember, count the full squares first, and then go back and see if you can't add any together to make another full square. Don't forget the outside part of the shape though. Remember, your guess should be reasonable. Don't make anything crazy. Let's look at number 2, test prep. Sherry's basketball team has a 40-minute practice every other day. How many hours does the team practice in 12 days? Explain your answer. So I know it's 40 minutes, but it's also every other day for 12 days. Well, every other day means half of 12, so I know that half of 12 is going to be 6 days they practice. And each day they practice 40 minutes. So I know 40 times 6 is going to be 240. And then I need to take 240 minutes and divide it by 60, because that will give me how many hours. So I have 240 divided by 60. If you think about it, you can cross out those zeros just for right now. 6 goes into 24 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. And drop your 0. Now bring down that 0. How many times does it go in there? 0. So your total hours, though, are going to be 4 hours. For your explanation, go ahead and you're going to be able to write on there that for 6 days, leave your work on there. For 6 days, it's going to be 240 minutes, but you divide that by 60, which will equal 4 hours. So 4 hours is the total amount of hours that they practice for 12 days.